Hey everybody, this is Scott Speth with Agent Mastermind. So excited to have you here. Got an amazing class plan for you guys. A dear friend of mine and partner in crime, Brian Heckman, out of Florida, has, man, for better words, mastered the communication. Like, he's the one that brought this to the table. I'm like, Brian, I can't take credit for this. He communicates like drastically with his clients, referral partners by video marketing, and he's going to share some really cool ways that I feel is helping him to elevate his game, build new relationships, build deeper relationships, become the celebrity status that he already is, but by video marketing. It's just a different platform to communicate with. And Brian, I seriously think that in 5 years, this is going to be the thing of the past. Like, everybody's going to be doing this. Will be something else. But right now, you're so far ahead of the curve, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you're busy, and I appreciate you being here, and I more importantly appreciate your friendship, man. So thanks for being here, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you, man.
Good stuff. So what do you got for us, dude? What is this video stuff?
So, I just thought I'd do is I share this class. There's two big realtor associations in my market. We do this class. I don't know if it's every month or every other month. It seems like we're always doing it. It's one of the most well attended classes. The association, the folks, the awesome folks here that do all the education and all that. They always say that it's they get tons of replies and all that. So this is kind of a version of that that I just thought I'd like run through and just kind of share with you. Like, this is kind of something that we do, that we share with our agent partners, that's just gotten tremendous traction with potential customers and ultimately help people close deals. So
cool. It's funny. We had a discussion before you get started. We had a discussion this morning about how people sometimes take an email out of context. So you might respond to an email, you might respond to anything for that matter on social media, and people, just depending on their mood, depending on the situation they were just in, depending on what just happened, they might take your email the wrong way when you really meant it in a positive manner or exciting manner. They may have taken it as like, kind of, what a jerk, I can't believe he sent that email like that. You know what I mean? This removes all of that. There's no way you can fake a video being mad. And not only that, if you show some excitement, it actually helps you to engage and interact and just let them feel your passion and get to know you, like you, and trust you by video. So, I love what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've kind of gotten a reputation in my market with this stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. Honestly, it's one more way to just be so authentic and so real with people. I'm gonna share a bunch of that stuff. So if we're good, I'll just start rolling through it. Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, bust it. Yeah, bust it up, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So I have, I guess in the last 2 years, I kind of realized I try and simplify everything in my business. And so, like with our agent partners, like what I talk about is we have to run our business on just 2 tracks. And so, like for real estate agents, the most beneficial, the biggest ROI is going to be just focusing on listing appointments and showing property. Like, that's it. Everything else, it does not matter. Have to have listing appointments, have to be out showing property. And so obviously you back into that. To get that, we got to have outbound phone calls and face-to-face meetings. So really everything that real estate agents need to be focused on is outbound calls and face-to-face. Make sense?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Face-to-face is yes.
So we're just really direct and honest, which, I know that's the kind of group we have here, is when we do things and we show real estate agents anything that is not involved those 2 tracks of basically outbound phone calls, face-to-face appointments so that we can have listing appointments and show property, it literally, it's a train wreck, it's a disaster. So what we want to do is just make sure that as we're talking about this topic today, that we realize it's a complement to phone calls and face-to-face appointments. It certainly does not replace those 2 activities. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, man. Yep, gotcha.
So if you don't have a video marketing strategy right now, it's pretty wild because our clients, real estate agents' clients, are already enjoying video marketing, and it's from our biggest competitors aren't each other. And I know this group's got a great sense of the abundance mentality, but it's wild. Our big competitor, our clients are man, they're on the phone. I'm sorry, they're on TV and they're checking out house hunters. There's a whole channel dedicated to do it yourself. There's I mean, you name it, right? There's so I'm sorry. So my never mind now. So my ops guy does some of these presentations and he'll sneak some curveballs in on me to make me laugh. Sorry about that. You name it, right? There's all these different things. I mean, literally, that's in like a 24-hour programming schedule with HGTV and all these shows online. And so literally what they're walking through and telling our consumers that buying and selling real estate is easy. You don't need an agent. It's all warm and fuzzy all the time. And so what we're going to talk about here today is, real quick of why video, the quick equipment needed, and really for me, it's, I went and bought all this stuff. It was so cool. It was so awesome. It was so fun, and I got all geeked out learning this stuff. And then I realized all that equipment is really what started to draw me away from my two tracks, so to speak. And then we started teaching this to agents. It was the same thing. They got all geeked out with a boom mic and a high-end, camera. And it's like, let's take that money and go meet with people and have a coffee or bring some past clients, a piece of cake or something for an anniversary of their home buying process, as opposed to spending all this money on technology and stuff you don't really need. So we'll talk through that, and then the best thing is just the content and the structure, because for most real estate agents, that's a big reason that they don't communicate with their database, is they run out of things to say. And so that's kind of been one of our things that we've really spent a lot of time and invested a lot of energy into, is just kind of creating systems for this stuff. So really quick about me, my name's Brian Heckman. I'm in Tampa, Florida. I'm originally from Chicago, but I've lived in Florida since '96. My wife Stacy and I have been married for 15 years now. We have two young boys, 11 and 5, Peyton and Parker. I'm a Gator fan, so don't make fun of me. And I use video a ton in my business. And the cool thing that video allows us to do in our industry is, it allows us to show our personality. Scotty, like attorneys and CPAs and financial planners, like they kind of have to play the part of the buttoned-up, 100% professional. Financial planners can't even do video. They're so locked down compliantly. And so what I realized, and it's been a couple of my good buddies, Mike Mann, Ken Travis, those guys have helped me to understand and kind of embrace, I let my personality go with video, with my marketing, and it attracts the right people, and I guess maybe it pushes away the people that were just not a good fit together. And so one thing when I share a lot of this with you can see that I'm from Chicago. I'm a huge Bears fan, so once a year I'll dress up like Mike Ditka and I'll bring my kid into it. And this video, I'm a mortgage guy, right? So we shared a bunch of first-time buyer changes and stuff like that. So the key thing is the personality and your family mixed in with the videos. It's done me pretty dang well over the last couple of years.
Well, you bring up a good point. So I think people like to know that you're real, and this says so many things about you. One, I have a family, I have a wife, I have kids, I like sports. There's so many things that come across, and how you do the bear stuff, and you were telling me about the thing where you play the same video over and over again for your sons. It's a Bears game because you're a big Bears fan. That's just hilarious stuff. So to share that with people, to let them know you are real, I think sometimes we get lost up in the business and minutia of business, and we forget about that. What we're really trying to do to accomplish is build deep relationships. So This lets people know that you're real, and which lets other people it's just a huge controversy on how you should act and what you should say and what you should not say. And man, I can't tell you how important it is to just be yourself and have fun with it.
Yeah, it's funny. I watch how you interact, and that's the core of who you are. Is just I'm a real person. Just like you, exactly. It's pretty cool. So the first part, we're just breaking this up into 3 quick parts. So just why video? So Scotty, when's the last time you saw a peacock?
Last two weeks ago.
Really? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I was down in Florida, man.
Okay, good. So just hold on to that thought. We'll talk about that in just a little bit.
Okay.
So just shooting each other straight. Statistics, National Association of Realtors says 70+ people a week into real estate. 3 out of 4 real estate agents aren't going to make it beyond 2 years. So they'll literally be in the business and out of the business in 2 years. And NAR says the average agent in the country makes $42,000 a year. Now we got to keep in mind that takes into account the agents that are regularly, consistently making six figures and beyond. Those three statistics that's what caused the president and CEO of one of the realtor associations in my market to reach out to me, and he and I connected on. He shared those three statistics with me, basically saying, "You're doing some really awesome training stuff for agents. Can you come in here and do some of that for our agents?" Because basically, he has a heart, and the organization has a heart to help agents not be one of these statistics. But that's just the reality. That's kind of the face the brutal facts. We're not in the real estate business. I'm not in the mortgage business. 100% we're in this communicate with our database business. And so what we really want to try and avoid is this idea that, by the time we talk with our clients, which is not systematic, which is not consistent, not regular, we're finding out when they move after they've moved. And it goes, again, back to statistics. 83% of people would use their same agent again, 9% do, and they just flat out forget about us. And I've heard and seen varying statistics with this, but, it's pretty obvious, and, it hurts when this happens to you and they don't remember us. So if we keep in mind this idea of the face-to-face is really the goal, if you're making outbound calls, really the purpose of that is to go get face-to-face with people. And so it's that communication pyramid where you start on the bottom. The least effective way to communicate and get people to move to action is advertising. A little better is direct mail. A little better is email. Handwritten notes make people notice, but nothing is as good as phone calls, sharing events, seminars, experiences with people, and of course the pinnacle is the one-on-one meeting. And so really what we think about and we talk with our agent partners about is like where is video in the pyramid? So like what do you think most people would say?
Oh man, well I know the numbers kind of speak for themselves. Only 13% of agents use video. I would say it's right underneath one-on-one. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, so it's funny when we ask people this, and you're amazing with video, but really when we think about it, it's sent out, and it's sent as an electronic communication, right? Because you send it, whether it's a text or an email, it's sent as an electronic communication. So the benefit of that is, holy cow, like you can blast out 1,000 people and just send 1,000 emails with video in it. But the amazing thing about video is that it's received as a one-on-one communication. So, like for instance, like I'll send a video about it.
Think about, Brian, you need to say that again because I don't know if people. I think they heard you, but I don't like. This is an aha moment for me. Just showing this chart. Why don't you say that again? What did you just say?
So we send out video as an electronic communication. So for instance, I send out video every Saturday in my customer database. Every Saturday at 7 o'clock in the morning, they get an email from me. It doesn't take me any bit of time because it's all systematized, all set up, all scheduled and all that. But then it's received individually, one-on-one by those people. And for them, I'm on their iPad, I'm on their phone, in their favorite chair, probably in their PJs, drinking a cup of coffee on Saturday morning. I am literally in their house with them, hanging out with them for about a minute. One-on-one, baby. You can't beat it.
Yeah. No, you can't. And Saturday is by far the best day, so if anybody's wondering about that, Saturday's the best day. Yep.
So video is shareable. It's because it's an electronic communication, it's very easy to share. So like here's an example of a real estate attorney in my market. And you can see I didn't ask him to share this. He just saw this, and you can see there's my YouTube link. He just grabbed this and shared this on social media, tagged me in it and all that stuff out to his whole network. It can be structured. So what we've realized in the last 2 years is really, really digging in and going deep on this process for our real estate agent partners is you can orchestrate everything. So I'm going to share with you some of that stuff, but literally, you do this for a couple of years. You do real estate or mortgage for a couple of years. It's the same questions over and over and over. Just insert a different customer name, but it's the exact same. You could probably dumb it down to probably 7 to 10 different questions that come up repeatedly. Maybe asked in different ways and different points, but it's the same stuff. So you can orchestrate this whole thing. And the big thing, I heard this, it was at a conference about 3.5 years ago, structure creates freedom. And so literally, however you want to say it, orchestrate it, structure it, systematize it, automate it, whatever, it's created this awesome freedom in that all I have to do is just follow the system, follow the structure. And so that's a huge part of what video can do.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you bring that up. So I don't know if a good buddy of mine, and I think you were there when we were talking about this. He does a happy birthday video, and he did it with using a green screen, and then behind him he uses redkid.net, so redkid.net, to have a birthday cake with their name on it. So he saves the picture, throws it up behind the video. He doesn't do any of this. His assistant does, but he did one video. Hey, just wanted to call it. Just wanted to wish you happy birthday. I hope your day is exciting. So happy for you. Hope you enjoy. And behind him shows a cake with their name on it that somebody else goes and puts their name on it. So it looks like he did a personal video for them. I'm not trying to shortcut personal, but it's a really cool way to do a personal video.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. So let's not forget, our customers are already getting video marketed to on a much grander scale, and that's why I keep showing this. Like, don't forget about this, because they're already getting video marketed to. So equipment needed, and Scotty, do we give away this presentation, the slides and all that, right?
You bet. Yep, you bet.
Okay.
Yep,
absolutely. So I'm going to do it fast. This is so easy. Here's the equipment to buy or not to buy. So if you're taking notes on this, it's pretty simple. Everyone, I joke about this, but nobody's flipping anymore. No one has a flip phone. Everyone has a smartphone. That's all you need. You do need an external mic when you do this stuff. That's the one that I think you told me this a long time ago. You or Carl White told me this. This thing's got a 19-foot cord on it. You know, you never want to be more than 19 feet away from your video. Like an iPhone, I think I need to have an external mic adapter. It's like $20 on Amazon. You get a tripod. You might need an email distribution software if you get up there, but you don't need it right now. So if you're just starting out, you don't need it. I used to have this external camera thing. I don't use it. I just use my phone now. I've got a green screen kit. I used to use it. It used to be all cutesy and all that stuff. It's literally rolled up in the corner of my office. I don't use it anymore.
Me too. Me too. Hey, real quick, Brian. Somebody had a question about BombBomb. Do you only use BombBomb for your video marketing?
You know what? I don't use BombBomb at all, Scotty. I know you did or you have, so you could probably answer that.
I still do. Here's another kicker. In fact, this is how crazy it is. I learned this morning. BombBomb has a Chrome extension. Dude, get this. BombBomb has a Chrome extension, so if you use Chrome as your browser, you can click this little thing, talk into it, record your video, and hit send, and it sends an email for you using Gmail. So when you get an email, is that crazy, from a client, and they're like, okay, hey, I'm just checking out in on the appraisal, did it come in, or hey, I was wondering when the home inspection's scheduled. Hey, just want to let you know we got the home inspection. So you click this little button, you record your screen, and then you click send, and now they hear your voice, they see you, they feel your passion. There's no it's just, isn't that cool?
That's amazing. Yeah, I love technology. It's just crazy what they can do now.
I know.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So so if you avoid the green screen kit, that means, and you know, here's the thing on this, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff, and the hard part is, I know you do the same thing. When we do these classes locally, we deal with people that are so advanced, huge producers, and they're coming to learn like the next level stuff, and then we deal with people that just are starting into video. So we literally have from 0 to 100 on the scale of, like, you know, where are they in a skill set. But in general, you don't need Adobe Premiere Elements. You don't need this stuff. You don't need to edit your stuff and make it all cutesy.
I would 100% agree.
You know, outsource video. I have a video editor. He's in the Philippines. He does a great job. We've had multiple because, you know, they haven't all worked out so well. But you don't even need that. Like, don't even start that. So if that's a oh, I got to do this and this and this, it's a bunch of nonsense. You literally start out with your phone. If you don't have an external mic, you go buy those top 3 things, 2, 3, and 4. The mic, the cell phone adapter, and the tripod. Go buy them on Amazon today. You'll have them in a couple of days. But just start with your cell phone. You can literally knock it out today. That's better than any videos you're not going to send or any e-newsletter that no one's going to open, you know?
Yeah.
So the big thing then is just you coming in the video, because that's everything. And we're not talking today about how to make a good listing video with a drone. You go pay somebody to do that because you don't want to do that yourself, because you need to be out there showing property and doing listing appointments. But this is how we convert people, and that'll make a little more sense in just a minute. You go, you be authentic. Kind of what you started with. You let them get to know you. Wear what you wear around town. Talk like you're talking to your best friend. Kids are awesome. I include my kids as much as I can. Hey, Scotty, we were at a Rays game. You can see about how many people were in our section at the Tampa Bay Rays game this past year. We started the wave, man. It was awesome. It was the first time they experienced the wave. It was great.
That's so cool.
Like, kids are awesome. Dogs are awesome to have in these videos. If you can get your kid and your dog in the same video at the same time, that's an even bigger bonus. So this is that part where it's cool. It's actually better to include your real life kind of stuff with videos. Like I did one this morning, just knocked it out real quick. Literally, it took me like 5 minutes, and I included my little 5-year-old there in the video. Just people talk about how cute he is more than they talk about whatever I even talked about, you know. So fear's going to dominate and crush more dreams than failure ever will. So some people right now are thinking, hey, I'd love to do this, but I don't look good, I don't sound good, you name it, too fat, too skinny, pale, dark, short, whatever. And the reality, I don't know if it was you or Carl that told me this, like, hey, that's how you look, Brian. That's how your hair looks. That's how you sound. Right. So don't wait for you to lose shed 10 pounds or color your hair. Just go do it today. Just go knock it out. And good enough that's it. That's the new perfection. Oh, so I had this one video I did. I think it was about a year and a half ago, and I had a golf shirt on, and my collar was popped up. Only I didn't know my collar was popped up until I finished the video, took down the tripod, put away all the stuff, popped it in the computer to upload it to my virtual assistant, and then I just watched the video real quick, and then the phone started ringing, and then I started to get stressed that I had real work to do. So long story short, I just decided to go ahead and send the video out with this. My collar was jacked up. Not one person said anything about my collar. And then I was teaching this class in 2015, and somebody in the audience had seen that video, raised their hand, and I shared the story, and they said, "That's really funny. I can clearly remember that." And I thought it was some new fashion thing that you were doing. You know what I mean? So point being, I'm not really the fashion statement guy, and it doesn't matter if you screwed up. Just send it out. People actually like it when you screw stuff up. It shows that you're human.
Here's a funny story, bro. So this newscaster, get this. This newscaster he's on the news every single day for a whole year. He wore the same suit. Not one person called him out on it.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It's just crazy. Yeah. So
yeah, people
I'm gonna hey, FYI, some people are asking for the Chrome extension. I just did a video using Gene Project on how to do it, and I'm gonna put it in the chat button down here. So if anybody's looking at on the right hand side, there's a chat button. I'm gonna put the Chrome video on how to get it. So when we're done afterwards, after Brian's done, you guys can click on it and kind of see how to get the extension in Chrome.
So we're moving into the third part now, and this is kind of the biggest part because this is where, in my opinion, all that stuff, it's all easy now. You know why you need to do it. You know what equipment to buy or really not to buy. You don't need to buy any extra stuff. You can get out there and start doing it today. So the next thing is just kind of like, what do we say and how do we structure it? So that 2-track thing, I literally, in my office, I've got this exact thing printed out, and that's just a mindset thing for me is just focus on the 2 most important things, and anything else that comes into play, I have to delegate it or I have to automate it so that it doesn't derail me from doing the most important things. So watch what we do here, though, is when we get into this topic, really our goals of the video are to attract people and to then use this to help us convert them, right? So a huge, huge thing, attraction and conversion. So when we talk about the content, here's the guidelines. Short and sweet. I think you told me when you and I were together last, it's like 46 seconds now is basically like the statistical number where people start to tune out, right? Like that's it. They won't even go past it.
7 seconds, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, short and sweet. So this is not, and the most important thing is the first 5 seconds. It's not, hey, this is Brian Heckman with ABC Realty. I'm in Tampa, Florida. My phone number is this, because they're gone. You got to grab their attention fast, and that's what I'm talking about with this part right here. Is how we do that. 45, 90 seconds. And then there's the 50-50 rule, which is basically 50% of your people They ride the elephants, 50% ride the donkeys. So don't talk politics. So 50% of people are going to be on one side of gun control, 50% are on the other side. So if you're in it to make a political statement or do controversy, that's great. But if you're in this to attract and convert real estate clients, just stick away from the controversial stuff and the politics because you'll offend half your crowd.
I'm telling you, you won't even know it. They will disappear faster than they come on. When you start talking one side or another when it comes to any issue whatsoever, just save it for the campfire conversations when you're with your friends or whatever. But I'm telling you, once you put that stuff out there, you can't take it back, and you're going to alienate maybe even more depending on your crowd. It could be 60-40, it could be 70-30. You just don't know. But I'm telling you, people are crazy about that stuff. If they think differently than you, they're not going to work with you. So keep that stuff off of any communication, any social media, anything whatsoever.
Massively important, yes. So this concept of buying brain cells is what I'm all about when it comes to this video marketing thing. And this literally, it really has revolutionized my business. My business in 2015 was like exponentially increased, and a huge part of that was the implementation of video. So the big thing is having unique and valuable widgets, tools, whatever you want to call it, to help them achieve their goals. So it's not about I'm number one in my zip code, I just did this, I just listed this, I just sold this. It's 100% total mindset change, and I think that's where most people, they get into video, and it's cutesy, and it's cool, and it's fun for them, but not for their audience. And so, so I'm just going to share some stuff here and some outlines to help our agent partners here on the call to go and do that. So check this out, this statistic. 80% of sales are made in the 5th to 12th contact. Only 12% ever get past the 3rd contact. And I think I see this, and I know a lot of times I can sense the crowd when we do this live class in my market. And it's kind of like, yeah, I've seen that. But really what I do is I make it personal. So if you're listening to the call right now as a real estate agent, what I would do is I would take a little slip, a piece of paper, and I would tell you, just if I was face-to-face with a real estate agent, I would literally ask them, great, you get past 3 because you're amazing, fantastic. What does that process look like? And write it down. Because I think what most people realize is they really don't have a systematized communication process. I call them every day, I just follow up with them, that's great, but I'm talking about every time do we have a system that's set up that's executed 100% of the time to help convert people. And so when I look at those numbers, I just think, great, well, here's going to be our structure, very simple. We're going to use those statistics in just a second, but we've got an intro, your message, and your call to action. So it's very simple. Honestly, Scotty, I think I learned this from you like 4 years ago. It's so simple. So then here's the script, and this is specifically, there's really two kinds of people we're talking to. This is specifically for the warm, or the hot people, or the actives. So this is for people literally that are like, we're trying to convert them into clients, whether it be a listing appointment or they're a buyer, let's go show them property. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Hey, the question, one of the questions coming in, Brian, and hey, just so everybody knows, we got a live feed going for Agent Mastermind. So if you're on Facebook here, if you're not on this call, there's some people joining right now. So it's just some new technology, which is, again, video marketing, and I just wanted to share, Brian, you're going to be using this tomorrow, I believe, at one of your events, so I can't wait to see it. But if you're on Facebook, I see some people saying hi, and Sylvia, hello, thanks for joining us, and Chris Walker joined. Hi, Chris. But just some really cool stuff. So, Brian, the question keeps coming in, and I know you might cover this, and sorry if I jump ahead. What was it for you that helped you cross that line between, okay, I'm going to do this, to I'm doing this? Because I think I've talked to a lot of people that says, I bought my camera, it's still in the box, I don't know where to start. Where would you, I know you've covered this, but like down and dirty, where would you start?
I'm going to show you that.
Okay, cool, perfect.
I'll tell you what the changeover was. Was, I always, and this goes off into probably a different class, like we do a database class, and I always had this thing with the database, because it doesn't matter which database you use. Most real estate agents and mortgage people in our defense, we're in the same boat when it comes to this. It doesn't matter if we have the greatest database system or not. It's how we use it, how we
Right.
systematize it, and how we can consistently communicate with people. And so what happened was, just again being transparent. I did not, and I do not want to hit on or hit up my friends and my neighbors for my business purposes ever. I hate it. I hate when people do that to me, and I hate when real estate agents, mortgage people, financial planners, they add you to their database and they start marketing to you when you haven't given them permission. You know what I mean? It's like,
Absolutely.
you're
Yep.
my neighbor. We have a beer here and there, and like, dude, why are you saying you're junk? And it's junk too, so it's even worse. So what I realized is video is a great way for me one time a week to send out a message to get in front of people in a very innovative, very sexy, very cool way if they ever ask me about real estate or mortgage. And so that was my line. And then what happened, Scotty, is I had friends that came to me for mortgages. Maybe that's because all of a sudden I started doing this stuff through Facebook and they saw me. In fact, we just today, just this morning, I got a message in Facebook from somebody that we used to go to church together, and she just said, hey, and she would literally repost anytime we're hiring a new person for our team, she would repost it. I got to know her teenage son a little bit, and so just became friends with them outside. Never, ever, ever would I go and solicit people from church for my work, but just through Facebook, and that's the power of Facebook, you get these people that all of a sudden, where did I get that opportunity? 100% through the video marketing that I've done. So I started to track
Yes.
people back to the video. And then the crazy thing is, you do this on video, and you might not get anybody that likes your comments or makes a comment or share it. They might never, ever, ever do it. But I promise you, when you're at these dinner parties or these neighborhood events, the same thing will happen to you that happens to me. There's a couple that I've done 2 transactions for now, friends, neighbors, all that good stuff. Our kids go to school together. Every time, anytime we have a function where we see them, it's typically in the weekends, the first thing the husband will always do, I can't even put down my 6-pack of beer. He's already coming up to me, laughing, talking about the video that I did, because typically it's that day. And then other people around are like, what is he talking about? And then, not me, but my friend slash client is talking to other people about the video. And then all of a sudden I have 3 or 4 or 5 other people around talking about Brian's video and why do you do video? And, well, I thought you did mortgages, and all of a sudden we're talking about mortgages. It's the craziest phenomenon. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when
Right
that
on.
stuff starts
Right
to
on.
hit, it's like a light bulb goes off. Wait a minute, and we've got it systematized now for literally, it's about 5 minutes of my time because the message is so easy with what I'm showing you here, how to structure it. The idea
Yeah.
is just they just come to you once you get dialed in. And it's literally like you get so many people that are checking out your stuff because it's cool content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know, man. Good stuff, dude.
So what I'm going to show you. Did that answer the question okay?
It did answer the question. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And hey, slow me down.
Nope, you're good. Still there, brother? Brian, you there? Are we still there? Did I lose everybody? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Audio's still here. Okay, so we lost Brian. Brian, all right, I'm going to kick him. Mute request, connect audio. Brian, let me just text Brian and see if he gets it. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, so no Brian. We lost Brian. Okay, Brian said give him 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. We're a little technical difficulty today. Hey, Brian, if you maybe, let's see here. I think I do have. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the help here. All right, you guys want me to sing for you? Would that be good? Anybody want me to sing? Yeah, I know you don't. You wouldn't like my music anyway, right? Nobody would like my music. Everybody would like my music. What are you talking about? There we go. All right. Okay, Brian, I'm on. Okay, cool. All right, buddy. So I don't know what happened there, but we are back. So can everybody see? I think you're still on video message script. Here's what I got.
Are you seeing my screen right now?
I am, but that's all I see right now. So I don't know if it's stuck or I am seeing your screen. You want me to?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Are you seeing me flip through right now too?
No, I'm not seeing anything there. Whoops. All right, so what I'm going to do...
That was really weird. I don't know what happened.
I don't either. I'm downloading the PowerPoint right now, and let's do this. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna take it back, Brian, from you really quick.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna give it back to you. So I'm gonna take make presenter, show my screen. Got that. And then I'm gonna flip it back to you to see if this works. Oops. Sorry, guys. Make presenter. Okay. Let's see if you get it. This goes back to you.
Yeah,
okay, now click share my screen. Yep. There we go. Video message script. Okay, cool. I'll just go from there. You go. Go from the current slide. Perfect.
Okay, so you got me here? Intro?
Yep. And then just then from current slide, just go full. There you go. From that one right there. Yeah, there you go.
Great. Okay, so you're seeing where it says video message script, right?
Yes. Video
Perfect.
message structure. It's not going full screen though. I see your mouse moving and everything. Did you click from current slide up there? Did you click that button?
Yeah.
Right there.
So
click
weird.
that one. Okay, there it goes. That's weird. Now it's not. Yeah, something happened to that computer. So all right, good enough.
Is it on the black
both,
screen
so
right now? Is that what you see?
Yeah, we see the black screen, so we see the next slide.
Okay. I don't know why that's showing there. I tell you what.
Display settings. Go
Is that cool?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll, Scotty. That's fine.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, cool.
Here's the thing. Intro, message, call to action. So here's what I got. Here's how it's going to benefit you, because that's the most important thing for people. And then here's what I want you to do next. Like, that's it. It's so simple. I used to literally print out those three things in a Hey, Scotty, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I used to literally take that and do that in pieces of paper and like print it out and tape it next to the camera or whatever. I just make everything so simple now that it doesn't matter. So I know my message, hands down, it's a piece of cake. it just follows this simple script. The biggest thing is not forgetting to let them know, here's my number, have to have your phone number and or email address in there. And then, hey, I'm going to do one thing right here, Scotty, that's going to fix this, and let me go full screen.
It's already fixed. It's already fixed, man. Yeah, we're seeing full screen now.
Okay.
Whoops. Lost your PowerPoint
That's
there.
it.
There we go.
That's it.
Okay. Yep. Okay, cool.
Okay, so the intro. Hi, this is Brian. Hey, check this out. Very simple. So simple. That's it. Then you've got your message, and now we got to remember the 80% thing. So here was my thing with this 80% of sales. Man, how can I get to that 5th contact as fast as possible? Right? So we're going to basically look for the 5 things that we can attract the attention and basically put our best 5 things right away when we're talking to somebody that's a new hot prospect or whatnot that's we're looking to convert. We're going to come back to that in just a second. Part 3 is just simply the call to action. Hey, that's pretty cool, and there it is. Here's what I've got. Here's how I'll benefit you. Here's what I want you to do next. Got to include the phone number. So it's pretty simple closing. So the peacock. So Scott.
Talk to me about that. Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, roughly, you saw a peacock. It was in Florida.
Yes.
So what time of day was it?
Man, that's a tough one.
Morning or night?
I'm gonna say morning. I think it was morning.
So what did you do when you saw the peacock?
It's just one of those like, oh my God, look at the beautiful thing, like that. That's just just a gorgeous animal. Yeah, it's crazy.
So everybody, it's so funny too when you're in like a room of people. If you're on the call right now and you think, when's the last time you saw a peacock? You probably remember it. You probably stopped what you were doing and you paid attention.
Yes.
So what we're doing with this video is we're peacocking. So like, when's the last time you saw some pigeons, Scotty? Do you remember?
Dude, man, it was last week.
Well, this guy's seen everything.
Yeah. I know, dude. I was in Florida for 16 days. Like, yeah, that's what you guys got down there, man. You guys got all that good stuff.
So typically, people don't remember when they see pigeons, but you're coming from Michigan where, like, there are no birds right now because it's frozen.
There's no birds. Like, the sound of a bird is like a great thing. Yeah.
We are peacocking amongst a whole bunch of pigeons. So I call it, like, peacock marketing is really what we're doing.
I love that. You guys get that? You guys get this? So what you're saying is, like, you are, as a video marketer, you have all these competitors out there. You as a real estate agent, there is endless supply of competition, right? Mm-hmm. How do you separate yourself from the competition? And that's what Brian's talking about right here. You remember a video. You're not going to remember an email. You're not going to remember a listing. You're not going to remember, like, your buyers aren't going to remember that stuff. They're going to remember the peacock. Dude, I love that analogy. I love that.
It is, and so what ends up happening, again, this has happened for me, is I'm just a normal guy. I'm not the smartest loan officer out there. I don't think I'm the best marketer or anything, but what ends up happening is this stuff starts to happen with your competition. Not only do you attract people, it helps you convert, but your competition, they feel like they can't compete. So literally some people are sitting watching this at a home office or in your office at your real estate company, and the people that aren't on the call, they don't realize how easy this stuff is to get started. They just see how overwhelming it is, and then how the heck are you? Why are you? People tell me I do commercials because they don't know.
It's so funny. They don't know. They don't remember. Yeah.
They don't know. It's pretty wild. So check out the message, because I think this is so uber important. Is we use our best 5 conversion tools, and that's really what they are. And so what we got to do is figure out what could these conversion tools be. So like, for instance, a lot of people will think, oh, my marketing is the best. And so whatever that looks like as a real estate agent, me and or my company is #1 in your particular zip code, whatever your farm area might be. I got an ad yesterday in the mail, the reduced commission thing. We'll list your house for whatever, 1% total all in. Hey, my lender is the best because whatever, and you fill in the blank on that. I'm always here for you. And if you sat down, you probably laugh at the stuff that I'm sharing here. You guys probably have your own ideas of what's your best conversion tools, right? So my thing, this is something very, very important to spend a little bit of time into for your own business, and just look for ways, areas you can collaborate with other real estate agents and professionals. So like in our market here in Tampa, we've got these 2 great real estate agent pages on Facebook. Obviously the Agent Mastermind page, get back with the loan professional that put you in touch with this call. And there's that private group page. Scotty, the private group page to me is like such a great source for ideas. You got 16,000 real estate agents across the country sharing and collaborating ideas, for the most part pretty freely. It's pretty amazing. And then I would go grab a coffee, and I would sit at a Starbucks for an hour, and I would just brainstorm your best 5 ideas, because this is so valuable. Like for me, it's literally like exponentially increased my business by just strategically thinking about this and putting it into place. And so then what it allows you to do is you say it to your potential customers, and then you literally start to model it with your video marketing. Now remember, there's 2 parts of the video. There's part 1 is what we're going to talk about right now, is like, here's my best 5 things as an example. And then the other part of this, which we're not going to have time to cover today, but that's like, Scotty, we might schedule that in for down the road. It's like, well,
absolutely, would love to, man.
What do we do to systematize the ongoing every weekly contact with people that are not red hot, with our past clients?
Yeah.
How did I fish for this one referral to come through on my Facebook inbox just by being out there? That's a different conversation, because right now I really believe, however many agents are on the call, you could literally hang up, think of 2 or 3 ideas. I'm going to tell you to go find 5, and you got people this week that are looking at doing something in real estate that they're not thinking about you right now, but you can give them some stuff to think your name first and to reach out to you, even if you don't have time to call them individually. It's very powerful stuff. So
there's one thing you said that I got to back up just a little bit. So the one thing you said, there's so many good nuggets in the last 3 minutes. So one of the things you said is take an hour at Starbucks or wherever. Like my coach said, if you're going to work on something, you have to only focus on the one thing. You can't have creative avoidance coming in, emails, Facebook, pop-ups, phones, all this stuff. You have to shut it all off. So she has me, like, we're working on something together. She's helping me with it. But it's amazing if you, like, it takes me, I don't, everybody's different. But once I shut everything off, I get by myself and I start thinking, brainstorming. I'll sit there for 10, 15, 20 minutes trying to get started. But, man, once I get started, it's amazing what happens the next 40, 45 minutes, because I'm only focusing on the one thing, and I'm letting my brain clear out. I'm letting my brain focus on the one thing. I start thinking about stuff. Like, it's just, we're so busy all day, every day. That one thing you said, Brian, about just 1 hour of focus is beyond huge. And if you could do that even if you did, I truly think it needs to be an hour. It can't be 15 minutes. It's not enough time. You need to spend an hour on that.
Hour out of the office, forward your phone to a partner, friend, assistant, whatever. Absolutely.
Let it go.
Literally, I mean, I'm just telling you, like, my numbers, I mean, not to like gloat on it, but like my production year over year is drastically increased. Like, I mean, I'm like, I don't even think it's real. And video is a foundation of that. I mean, it's amazing. So Can I do this just really quick? Can I just show you what this looks like and what we teach our agent partnerships here? How to do this? Is that cool?
Do it up, please do. Yeah, please do.
So everything that we've done is geared towards giving real estate agents something that is consumer focused. So I no longer try to attract real estate agents. I basically try and attract consumers for real estate agents, right? So that's kind of what so these are consumer direct ideas, and this is exactly how we systematize this. So here's what we do. Remember I said say it and then model it. So when we're talking to a potential new buyer, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, buyers, we're known for 3 big things: following up, communicating proactively, and ultimately closing your transaction on time. And then what we do is we model it. So like, one of the best video tools as far as conversion is everybody at some point talks to a customer on the phone. That's the first point of contact. You might email, you might text, but at some point you're going to get on the phone with them. And so remember that communication pyramid. Phone calls are in the top 3, but not number 1. So literally hang up the phone after you're done talking with them. You do a literally a 10-second selfie video. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, it was so great talking with you. Hey, I'm going to send over that email on those 3 or 4 properties that we talked about. I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to earn your business. Click send. That's it. It's a 10-second video. The whole point is 2 things here. One, that's our second communication with them now out of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2 is we're going face-to-face with them immediately. No other real estate agent's going face-to-face with them because the consumer doesn't want to be face-to-face.
Great idea, dude. That's an amazing idea. Great idea.
So it's taken them from where they are, which is text, phone, whatever. By the way, this still works amazing. Even if they won't talk to you, you can email them back or you can text them. Either way, it's awesome.
Yep.
And this is exactly why we're doing that, because remember, it's an electronic communication but received as a one-on-one face-to-face meeting. Now, just really quick, some people have a problem with the videos, and if you have a problem with the selfie videos, you're about 5 years behind having a problem with selfie videos, because now, like Gary Vee's already on to Snapchat and how amazing that is, and blah blah blah, because that's where people are doing. That's where they're doing life. He said something really awesome recently about you have to brand down. So if your target market is going to be, let's say, 30 to 40-year-olds, then 30 to 40-year-olds are communicating like 25 to 30-year-olds because they want to be hip and cool and be on the next great thing. So he's talking about Snapchat, and you did a class on Snapchat. My ops manager is all down my throat about doing Snapchat. Like, it's just crazy. But selfie videos, it works. So number 2 is going to be Facebook, and so literally it would be we have the phone call with them, number 1. The second communication is that selfie video. Number 3, we hit them up on Facebook and connect with them for 2 reasons. 1, your name recognition, you're already top of mind with them. They're going to accept your friend request, which then allows us to do cool things. Like, check this out. Connect with them and send them a selfie video just like you did that you send them a text. Send them a real quick selfie video and post it on their Facebook page. Then that also allows them to basically realize that you're going to communicate with them through Facebook, which is how people are doing life. So, like, this is an example. We had a clear to close, and so we put this video up, and it was me with my kid, you know, just one morning before I ran to the office. Quick little video. Look what happened. They start engaging us. Their friends start making comments. I mean, just crazy. There's like replies to replies. The engagement here is just tremendous. Posting a quick little selfie video. When we start, like, we go visit our clients from time to time. We did this little thing in December. We hired Buddy the Elf to come in and do these little things, and so this is one of our past clients posting up videos.
That's awesome.
Dude, she didn't stop at that. She literally made one of her coworkers take the video. We did this guy, have him do a little singing gram. Look at the
nice
page. All of her friends, realtor partner. It's amazing stuff. So then the other 3 tools that I have, I just love talking about money because money is a crazy peacock for people that are looking to buy and sell a house. So money's viral. Like, here's an example of something that we posted up about just a money tip. And again, look at the engagement with people. Just random people in my circle, people that they've shared it with. Money's viral. So here's a great thing we talk about. In addition to video, you can do a quick little video, but here's a tool that that you can use. There's this mortgage tax credit program, and so the question for a potential home buyer or seller is, hey, are you eligible for the mortgage tax credit? And remember we talked about orchestrating things, Scotty?
Yep.
So what we're doing is we're orchestrating because we know what they're going to say is, well, what's that $2,000 tax credit? Perfect. Let's see if we can get you eligible for the mortgage tax credit. So what that just did is every other real estate agent that they've talked to are asking them about a 4.2, a 3.2 zip codes, and you just talk to them about something that's a peacock. They don't even, what are you talking about, $2,000 mortgage tax credit? By the way, this is a federal tax credit program. Talk to your lender about it. It's an awesome program. Not everyone qualifies, but all we got to ask is, are they eligible? That's all the job for the real estate agent is. And then another awesome eligibility, there's all these different heroes programs out there. These programs, there's a bunch of different programs. There's it helps police officers, firefighters, first responders, military, teachers, all this different stuff. It doesn't matter what the program is. The deal is you have something to help them with closing costs. And so, like we have our own. It's a community heroes program, and so it's the same concept. Hey, are you eligible for the Community Heroes program? We're actually talking with the local fire department about going and just doing a series of videos out at like the firehouse. But an awesome, awesome tool to go leverage. And you just leverage video and you just leverage these tools to help people convert. And then an awesome tool to help them actually get into contract is a pre-underwrite process, which really helps buyers and sellers, we kind of figure out, are they serious or are they not serious? If they're serious, of course, they're going to go get pre-qualified by a lender. But in addition to that, we can literally pre-underwrite their documents. We know somebody's pretty hot, and it's really important for the realtor to spend their time with that client on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Wednesday. If we've already pre-underwritten just their basic documents, their 1040s, W-2s, pay stubs, and bank statements. And then the benefit is when the realtor goes to make the offer, we can actually call the listing agent and just let them know proactively, hey, we're the lender that pre-qualified them. We've already pre-underwritten whatever documents they've sent in to us. So what this does is it gives a huge advantage to the buyer in a pretty competitive market. And for us in the Tampa Bay market, it's extremely competitive. And so we know it's going to be multiple offer situation and all that. So again, this becomes a massive peacock for our offer for our buyers, because if they're looking at 3 or 4 other offers, we're the one that's peacocking because the lender's calling them, explaining to them how good of a file and how good of a borrower this is. Does that make sense?
Beautiful. That totally makes sense, man. Absolutely. So you're just giving something outside the box, to make it stronger for I mean, there's 5 different ways. Dude, I love the people. A lot of people are asking about one, how do you send your videos, Brian? A couple of people have asked that. So if you don't use BombBomb, they're saying, what do you use?
So we use a mortgage-specific system, Mortgage Web Success. We use that, and honestly, like Constant Contact, I had too many. I think it was like 0.01 spam, and it was like ridiculously low. But they locked me out, so I got really frustrated with that, and I switched over to MWS. It's worked great. We upload directly into Facebook and directly into YouTube. You have to do both of those every time.
Okay. 2 is somebody says, how do you keep the video small enough to send by email? And when you were holding your phone, do you want to address what do you go a little deeper on that? When you hold after you get off the phone, dude, that I literally got chills when you said that because it's so powerful. So you go face to face because you're doing a video with them. Mm-hmm. Of course, one thing that we haven't talked about is FaceTime. Like FaceTime your clients if they know what that means. A lot of people don't even use that yet. I think it's an incredible way to communicate with your people, especially the younger crowd. They all do it. That's just how they communicate. They're physically looking at each other. 2 is to send a text. Instead of send the text, grab the photo button and just do a short video on what you want to say in the text so they can hear you, see you, feel your passion. There's that's just I did 2 of them today as I was walking down the hallway instead of send the text back. So great way to do that, to communicate with your borrowers, let them hear you. I know it's hard. Are you going to stumble a couple times? You don't have to send it. If you don't like it, just delete it and do it again. So practice, practice, practice. Don't worry about what you sound like. Don't worry about what you look like. Just do it. So you got a challenge for everybody, man?
Well, so here's the thing is everyone thinks it's lead generation. It's not. It's totally conversion. It's 100% conversion. And so here's the big thing, and as we wrap this up here, you would not give this guy the keys to your car to drive you home from dinner on Friday night. Fair?
Fair.
Not a good idea.
Yeah. No.
You wouldn't give this little guy the keys to your car to drive you home from church on Sunday afternoon.
No.
So we can't give our clients the keys to our calendar and let them dictate the process when statistically they only do this once every 3 to 7 years. So the lender handoff, the way that we hand whoever your lender partner is, you need to call them and ask them what their conversion tools are and ask them to get some of this stuff and help you with this because you want to control the process for your clients. You don't want to hand them a business card or 3 business cards and give them the keys because they're not going to call.
Yeah.
And then you're chasing around your lender partner to find out, did they call? Did they call? Instead, get the okay and the authorization for the lender to call your people and help them convert. So this is literally
let me just repeat that because I think this is so huge because I've received calls from good friends of mine that are real estate partners and they're like, hey, did Kevin call you? Kevin, oh, I didn't get his last name, didn't get his number. Oops. Never hear from that person again. So what Brian is saying is when you talk to somebody, get their name, get their number, and say, hey, I'm going to have Brian call you. Is that okay? And they're almost always going to say yes. What happens is you have borrowers that are scared to call a lender because they might get what? They might have to, one, they might not get approved. They might have to jump through some hoops. It's the putting both feet in instead of just one. I'm looking at houses, not really sure yet. Now I got to go get money. That's the harder part. It's easier to drive around all day and look at houses because I have no commitment, right? But it's harder to go, okay, now I got to get money and I got to get approved, and like that's difficult conversation. So get permission from your client, call Brian or whoever your lender is, and say, hey, this is Kevin's number, this is his name. I just talked to him with this address. He's expecting your call. Boom. The conversion on that is what Brian's talking about. Is like going to triple your closings for this year.
So watch this. This is exactly how we tell our agent partners to close this out. Because now we have these conversion tools, the word is not this literally what you say in that moment of the handoff. It's not let's get you pre-qualified or pre-approved by a lender. It's not, because that's what every other agent's saying. That's pigeon talk. Here's the peacock talk. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, let me ask you. Hey, if we can look into getting you eligible for that $2,000 tax credit, maybe eligible for that Community Heroes credit, and eligible for that pre-underwriting process, and Scotty, we haven't talked about this stuff, but this might be in the class here, and we've got this follow-up partner process in place so that you're never going to have a miscommunication. If that's not going to happen, we have a loan concierge process so that once you're in contract, you've got almost instant access to our whole home buying team here. And then we've got this fast-track loan process where we're literally, even after TRID, we're closing loans in 3 and 4 weeks. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, if we're able to do all this, is there anything or any reason that we wouldn't be able to earn your business as your real estate agent? And it's they just hear this stuff and they're like, you got tools, you got processes, you got systems, you got a team. I mean, as long as you're doing your job as a real estate agent, you're going to get that person to verbalize the commitment. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer, dude. Like, there's no-brainer. Yeah, throw it out there. Yeah. Good stuff, dude. Like,
so in closing,
amazing content, man. Amazing content.
So in closing, don't forget they're already getting video marketed to. HGTV is all over them. We got to take them and communicate in a better and more efficient way. That's a website that we've got for other agents. We share strategy stuff on, Scotty, just in case people want to connect up with me. What's next? We do have a part 2 of this class where we talk about the video marketing and specifically that content geared directly towards your sphere of influence or your not hot. So in other words, we can't communicate with people that are out there hot looking to buy a house with the same message as people that just bought 6 months ago, because the people that bought 6 months ago are not interested in that. Totally different message.
Yeah.
And honestly, totally that's what dominates stuff. So,
yeah.
Scotty, we're
Great
done.
Stuff, dude.
Stuff. There's where you can contact me, and appreciate being here.
All right. No, I appreciate you, and I would love to. A couple people said that they would love to see you back. A bunch of people know, but I didn't ask. But a couple people said, "Hey, please have Brian back. I love the content." I think it was it's just Debbie says, "Please schedule more Brian Heckman. Great ideas, dude. I love your ideas. I need to hang around you more often, I guess, because I think you showed me some stuff today that I just didn't even think of. So, yeah, man, you've been holding out on me, dude. You've been holding some secrets that I didn't know about. So great stuff. A lot of people saying great presentation. Brian is awesome. He's great. So, Brian, I'd love to invite you back for round 2. We can push out a couple weeks. I got a couple classes. One next week. Man, I'm drawing a blank right now, but I'll make sure and share it on the group page. If you're joining us for the first time, it's facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind. So make sure and join us there. It's just for real estate agents. We do not let anybody else in. So make sure that you have a real estate agent in your profile somewhere so we know you are in real estate. We don't want a bunch of other people in there just trying to sell stuff. It's not a place to sell. It's a place to share, learn, grow, and without the rest of the world knowing. So just so you know, when you ask a question inside the group, no one else sees it except for the people inside the group, so you're safe. and we can't help you if you don't ask questions. So, Brian, dude, man, I'm honored to call you a friend. I appreciate you, brother, and appreciate all you do for all your real estate partners down there. So it's just you're a huge giver with a big heart, and you deserve everything you have coming, man. Congratulations,
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me today.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Everybody, thanks for joining us here on Agent Mastermind. See you same time, same place, right here at 12 o'clock Eastern. Everybody get out there, pick up the phones, and do some videos. In fact, put them on the group page. I would love to see, I don't care if you just say, hello, I am doing my first video. I would love to see it, and share it with us. Let's get some video marketing going. All right, guys? All right, buddy, be safe, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.